Hello everyone! For this class you will be requiring a yoga block, but no worries if you don't have one, you can use a book or a bolster. Starting off in the middle of our mat in hero's pose, reaching one arm up and overhead, leaning into the other, and then switching out sides whenever you're ready. Throughout this flow we will be focusing on ab and core strength, as well as a little bit of legs, all the while getting creative with our yoga block. Now when you're ready, shifting forward, coming into your Baddha Konasana, seated butterfly pose, feet together, knees wide, grip onto your feet if you'd like, then reaching long with your back, even longer with your head, and maybe you'd like to press your elbows into your knees. You're going to lean on forward as far forward as you can, being sure to lean forward from the hips, not the lower back. Coming back up now, adjusting yourself lengthwise on the mat, yoga block onto both your ankles, hands behind your hips, lifting feet and pressing your feet away from you for 2, 3, 4, like you're pushing a couch away, 5, 6, 7, navel to spine, ribs to hip bones, 8, 9, and 10. Now coming to a V stance and shifting one block to one shin, extending and lowering, or just extending, and then shifting the block onto the other shin, extending and or lowering for 2, switching sides, and same thing. If the block gets too much, you can ditch the block. If the block isn't the problem, you can just extend the leg, you don't have to worry about lowering as well. You do you pick your level. Coming up to 10, shifting down, laying down, coming into jackknives. Passing the block to your ankles, extending, grabbing the block, extending for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And now coming up to a V stance, weaving the blocks in and out of your legs bicycle style for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And now same as the first exercise, block between shins, but you're going to rock through your hips. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And now grabbing your block, left arm up and overhead, laying on your right side, right arm parallel, sitting everything up to an almost jackknife, passing the block to your shins, and then re-grabbing that block as you come back up. So you pass it to your shins, lay on your right side, left arm overhead, reach for the block, come back to laying on your right side. So it's like a jackknife variation, but we're coming back to our right side each time we come back down, rotating through the hips just a little bit as you pass and collect the block from your shins. And feel free to take your time with these, using your core to lift up your legs and using some of your right arm for stability. And now staying on your right side, propping your head up if you like, block onto your left knee, some hydrants for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Make sure there is a pinky and thumb distance and pressing your foot back into donkey kick pushes for 2, 3, 4. The goal is to not let the block slide off your leg. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And now sitting on up, bringing the block between your knees and glute bridges for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Awesome job. And now alternating knees to chest, transferring the block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 more. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now sitting up, lifted legs if you want the extra challenge, Russian twists for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome job, coming down into a very well deserved ball posture. And now grabbing your yoga block, extending your legs long, toe touches with the block for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And now adding the block underneath the small of your back, coming into double leg drops. 1, 2, 3. These definitely do get so much harder when there's a yoga block underneath of you, so either ditch on the block if it gets a bit too much, or a bit of a bend in the knee if that helps to take the edge off a bit. With each of these Pilates postures, absolutely adjust them to your own level. And now removing the block, coming up, standing up, block at the front of the mat, coming into some chair squats once we're ready. Heel on the block but toes to the mat. Arms up, chair squats for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And now stepping in back, positioning yourself accordingly. It might take an adjustment or two. It is okay if you fall off a little bit, Lord knows I did. So heels away but toes still on, squatting down for 2, 3, 4. Take your time with this because of the positioning of our feet. They do get a lot more challenging. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And now stepping your right leg back, adjusting the block the same way as your left foot, coming into some lunges. When you're ready, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And now lunging down, right foot to block, step back, extend. Bend, step forward, back, extend. So remember to bend through the knees first, step your right foot next to the block, step back and then extend. So another one of those exercises where you can absolutely take your time with. There's no rush here. Now keeping your right foot to your left foot and pressing through your left leg. For 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 with just a little bit of a lift in the right leg, but we're mostly focusing all of our weight to our left leg. And now switching side with your yoga block, right foot on it, left foot back. Adjusting accordingly and lunging for 1, 2, 3, 4. Feel free to have your fists clenched in front of you. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And now rebending into the knee, tapping your left foot to the yoga block, and then back, extending for 1. Bending, toe tapping, stepping back, extending for 2. And now keeping your left foot next to the block, you're going to press through your right leg for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Try to exaggerate the bend in your right knee so when you press back up you really feel it. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And now coming into goddess squats. Adjusting the block just slightly so it matches parallel to your foot, arms up, and squat for 1, 2, 3, 4. Make sure those knees spread nice and wide. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And now squatting, but with the left side heel lift for 1. Squat and heel lift for 2. Squat, lift 3. Squat, lift 4. And keep going, keep breathing at your own pace. Squatting as deep as you can, but of course acknowledging hip mobility access. So if your hands have gotten sick of being in the air and it's not feeling so satisfying after all on your hips, feel free to bring your fist to a clench in front of you. And now adjusting the block again, once again parallel to your left foot, coming into some lunges for 1, 2, 3, 4, sinking back into that glute, your left glute, to really feel it in the glute as well as the thigh. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And now you're going to a lunge, extend, lunge, left elbow to more of left hip, extend, lunge, extend, lunge, left elbow, left hip, extend, lunge, extend, lunge, left elbow, left hip. Keep going, and each time that we waist crunch, that is our rep count. So take these absolutely at your own pace. And now coming back down to your lunge, and we're going to pulse it out for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Awesome job. Widening your feet out as much as you'd like, coming into a forward fold, but definitely making sure to pigeon toe those feet just to protect the knees. Bringing your elbows to the blocks if that feels nice. And if you require more of a bend in the knee, please do bend your knees if that helps with security and safety of your knees. But if you do feel safe and secure with straight legs, then by all means indulge in this posture with straight legs. On your next inhale now, coming back up to go to squats, this time a right foot. So adjusting block parallel to your foot, arms up and squatting down for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If your arms are getting sick of being in the air, bring them to a clenched fist in front of you. 7, 8, 9, and 10. And now squatting, heel lift and lift. Squat, heel lift for 2. Squat, heel lift for 3. And keep going at your own pace. And now adjusting the block parallel to your right foot, coming into right side lunges. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And now lunge, extend, lunge, waist crunch. So right elbow closer to right hip. Lunge, extend, lunge, waist crunch, and keep going at your own pace. And now pulsing out those lunges. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So good. We are done with the leg portion of the workout. Left leg shifts behind you, laying on your left side. Left arm goes long, right arm up overhead, coming into those variation jackknives for 1, 2, reaching for the block to your shin. As you sort of rotate through the hips a little bit, and each time you come back down, you're laying on your left side. So keep going, inhaling as you come up, exhaling as you relieve. Bringing everything up on your inhale, and keep going at your own pace. There is no rush with these. And now staying on your left side, block to your right leg, coming into those hydrant kicks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, making sure that there is a pinky and thumb width, pushing your right leg back for 1, 2, 3 into those donkey pushes, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now grabbing the block, shifting it underneath the small of your back again. You're then going to grab onto your right foot and see if you can't bring the foot alongside your waist or along the yoga block. Once you have found a adjusted comfort, you're then going to grab onto your left leg and start stretching out your left leg. It is completely fine if your right knee is just about sky high like mine is. Just as long as you're feeling a stretch in your calf muscle, in your quads, that is all that matters. And now switching out legs when you're ready, grabbing onto your left ankle, aiming to get as close to the yoga block as you can. Then grabbing onto your right leg, you sort of might have to vine climb a little bit. So as long as you're feeling a stretch, it does not matter how open or how low your limbs are, or even how close your right leg is to you. Releasing your legs and then coming into a wide spread V stance. So you should feel a nice stretch throughout your inner thighs. From here, shifting down a little bit further if you need to, then swinging your legs up and overhead but using the core strength, coming up into your plough posture. And it is completely fine if your feet don't reach towards the mat. You will one day get your toes to the mat. So feel free to support the small of your back with your hands. Make sure that you keep your chin lifted to protect your neck. And then when you're ready, coming on back down using the core strength. Lowering yourself down. Moving the block out the way if you hadn't already, and my hand didn't want to give up the block. And slowly lower your legs. And coming into a final resting posture, Shavasana. So just breathing and relaxing here for a few moments. And then when you're ready, rolling on up to a fetal position and then coming up to a seated position. I am choosing to sit onto my yoga block, but if you prefer to sit directly on the mat, that is also completely fine. Coming in cross-legged, ankles almost touching, elbows to knees, and I always like to take my hands to an LA mudra, thumb and index together but fingers spread. Just a few more moments of silence. Now reaching your hands up overhead, grabbing all that energy above you and bowing it out with yourself. Thanking yourself so much for being on your mat, for getting creative with the yoga block, for working different parts of your body. Thank you all so much for watching and or following. I do appreciate it either way. And I shall see you for the rest of my videos. Namaste.